Revelation chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
You see what I'm saying there? That word works again. I know thy works, not thy faith, man. Remember that. He gonna know if you're nor cold or hot. Keep going. Now I'm getting tired of my so-called brothers and sisters out here talking about what it is. All they need to do is have faith. I'm about to tell y'all that's a lie, man. The scripture don't say that's all y'all need to have is faith, man. Give me James 2:20 real quick, man. I'm about to show y'all these scriptures, man. Faith without works is dead, man. You gotta come in here and put your work in, man. You gotta put your brick in, man. The Lord don't care about your lying tongue trying to say you love the Lord and you out here eating all the abominations, man. The Lord don't give a damn about y'all talking about you love the Lord, but you hate your brother, man. The Lord don't give a damn about you talking about you love the Lord and you sell your people drugs, man. The Lord said faith without works is dead, man. Get that for me.
The book of James chapter 2, verse 20. But wilt thou know, O vain man?
Oh, vain man. Listen to me, oh vain man. You I love the Lord, but I'm going to have sex with a homosexual. Listen to me, oh
vain man.
Are you telling your brothers and sisters it's okay to eat pork, shrimp, lobster, and crab?
Oh, vain man.
I don't have to follow, I don't have to follow no law, statutes, and commandments because the Lord died for me to sin.
Oh, vain man, that faith without works is dead.
See, man, let me tell y'all something. It ain't about just believing. It ain't about just saying, I believe in Christ because you believe in him. The believe is the action word, damn it. Love is the action word. So you know what you'll be out here doing? You'll be out here doing the same thing we out here doing, man. Following these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. If you really believe in Christ, because Christ said, go out here and save the dead, man. Go get his people. But y'all out there sitting and watching football while y'all eating y'all shrimp, lobster, and crab, having shrimp cocktails, man. Man, go ahead and give me, I'm going to let y'all know something real quick. I'm going to end it with this scripture right here, man. Give me Revelation 3:15 real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think I need that right there. That where it talks about, yeah, I think that's what I need right there. Yep, 3:15, go and give it to me. Yeah, I'm about to let y'all know something. I'm tired of y'all Christians out here destroying the community, man. Destroying the world out here. You so-called Baptists, Pentecostals. Y'all got all these church buildings, right? Y'all, but guess what? Y'all ain't saving nobody.
Right.
Y'all got all these so-called church buildings with all these philosophies, and y'all ain't saving nothing, man. Go ahead. I'm about to show y'all what y'all are real quick.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
You see what I'm saying there? That word works again. I know thy works, not thy faith, man. Remember that. He gonna know if you're nor cold or hot. Keep going.
I would thou wert cold or hot.
He would rather you just stay in your sin and get over here selling drugs, talking about the Lord. He out here having sex with homosexuals, talking about the Lord. Eating shrimp, pork, lobster, and crab, and want to talk about the Lord.
Verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
He will spit you out your mouth, his mouth, man. Because you know what? He would rather you be cold than playing a 50, man. He don't want you out here playing a 50 with him, man. You're either going to be in or you're going to be out. You're going to be with him or you're going to be against him, man. You choose, man. But out here in this ISUPK, back here behind this banner, we're going to serve the Lord.
Yo. Give a fuck if you niggas frost, man, we been the coldest. Yeah, I serve with your honey and he ain't never folded. And find me up at the top with the crown molded. And I been trapped through the fire and I was found golden. Niggas thought we was lost, but we was bound stolen. We the cream of the crop and you the semicolon. Pause. This a flawless victory, and we gon' run with the law for a couple centuries. This shit is big to you, for me it's elementary. Schoolmaster, all about my history. You a Christian, lower than a centipede. Watered down niggas, I ain't never chased my Hennessy.
They want me to bite my tongue, they don't like criticism. Can't sell presses the devil, YouTube restricted niggas. But they can post bitches twerking, police killing niggas. You can rap about catching bodies and millions listen. Bitches rap about they box and children listen. You say you black and gay, to them you still a nigga. You
That's how simple-minded we done became. We done became so simple to the point now that we out here talking about it don't matter your gender. We out here talking about, hey, let the kids choose when they're born, then let them be who they want to be. And when they get older, they can decide that they want to become. I know my God don't make mistakes. Right? My God say, hey, listen, my God say he don't make no mistake, man. And you know one thing, two things for sure. I can't ever sit here and say, if I have a male, he's identified as a male, man. What makes the male a male? What you started is that you have a bride. So there's no way I'm gonna just let my child wonder what he is or what he ain't. You're going to know because the scriptures say, train the child the way they should go. Not let the child train themselves and decide which way they should go.
That's right.
That's not what we do.
That's right.
That's not what we do, man. You can't find me a scripture that say that. But give me that real quick, man.
Colonel Wakanda, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good.
I need some more aggressive. So I can put your blast like that. I need you to with your chest. Because that woe means destruction, man.
That's right.
I need you to say like it's for real, for real.
Colonel Wakanda, sir. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
See, let me tell y'all something, man. For all you so-called blunt blowing, pill popping, calling that good, and you know what's evil? Let me tell y'all something, man. Woe on you, man.
Right.
Woe on you that sit here and say they can't get into their zone or they can't get to their third eye or because they're not high. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. You think being a drug addict is not a war attending on you as a human being? Let me ask you this, man. You know what's so crazy? They run around here and legalize all this marijuana in some of these states, but did you ever ask before it was legal, what about the people that y'all locked up for it?
Right.
What about the people that got behind the bars from selling what y'all just made illegal? Because y'all want to see the thing is, man. See, let me tell you about the oppressor real quick, man. It's always the tactic. But see, the scriptures say this, man, about the oppressor, man. Especially that one oppressor, that white man. He said this, hey, he's the cunning hunter. He's the cunning hunter. And one thing you know how to hunt is blacks, Hispanic, and other things, man. He know exactly how to mess up your mind. How to have you think of one thing and believe in something else. So guess what you can do? Stay away from your God so he can be God over you. Right. See, ain't y'all tired of being ruled over? You know, let me tell y'all something real quick, man. Y'all go around out here every day, drive up and down these streets. It's just the same pattern. The pattern does not go, it does not change for some of y'all because it's life. And you gotta realize this. What is good of life if you gotta live it high? Right. What good is life if you gotta stay oppressed? Right. What good is life if you got different classes talking about that you got something you can even participate in because your mama ain't got the money? Tell me about life, man. Right. I'm gonna tell y'all about it, man. Until y'all understand that what y'all believe that is good, like these holidays, hold on, what you're eating, the dietary law, right? Do you know, let me tell you something, do you know that we got brothers literally in the Bible, that would rather die before they even touch pork, right? Would rather die before they even thought about eating some shrimp, right? Would die about about eating a lobster crab, man. They would die about all of that before they eat it, man. But we done came so that side is simple that you know what? We just think it's food. We need that food to survive. And guess what? That's because y'all are taught a lie. The scripture say this.
God, sir. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
You see that, man? Y'all out here calling evil good and good evil, man. And that's a lie. Ain't no such thing as that, man. So if you black, Hispanic, and Indian, man, you can hear my voice right now. Understand this. God has chosen you, you only, and you need to come up out of her. What I mean by come up out of here? Spiritually. Right. Come back here and get a flyer, and get a car, and come back here and learn who you are according to the Bible, not who you are according to your oppressor. Right.
This is Officer Corral, Kanye Abaya Shawala, out of ISUPK, Killeen, Texas, on the Commando Army. Now check this out. Real quick, I'm about to let you know something. Y'all come down to Texas. 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 Texas. Y'all come down to Texas. Texas. Texas.
Yeah, 6 war soldier, you heard me? As you BK, we still here, long live my brother. Pain in my chest, but I stand tall. You know, endured today, and that's what he did. Yeah. Hey, one West, we said it, we talk. Lost my brother alone, admit it, he gave it his all. For the 6 war streets to the prophet's call. He riding on chairs when Christ returned. Long live one West, we crying a nigga, but we said it strong. He endured to the end, never fought it, yeah, he held on. Texas raised a real nigga, New Orleans born. Long live one West, yeah, his spirit on. I'm steady screaming, yeah, one West. I'm steady screaming, yeah, one West. I'm steady screaming, yeah, one West. When I burst out, I said, walking in the pavement. Heart was heavy, but his heart stayed ancient. Felt the truth late, felt the fire in his chest. Said I served the most high, I ain't moving like the rest. Ain't the text, boots on the ground. Answered the plot, never turned around. He threw the trials and the stress. He was built for the storm. He was forged in the test. Never chased fame, never needed applause. Just wanted righteousness, just wanted the laws. Yeah, hear me? Don't play the 50 with me round. When niggas was weak, he lifted with words and actions. When sisters fell low, he reminded them they was chosen as birds. Solid as a song, never cracked in the song. Say diligent, patient, kept the spirit warm. Boss hit deep, feel a shop in my chest. Just a little nigga, he twisted strong. One with one West. The realest of niggas, I'm show it too. Remember one night I was talking to you. Appreciate your service, you made no excuse. He had a mouth made to do what it do. Boy, I'm shopping and living like you. Thinking I work up the shit at a time. Didn't know it'd be my last time. One West, we standing, we tall. Lost my brother alone, a mission, he gave me his all. On the 6 more streets to the prophet's call. He riding the chairs when Christ returned. Long live one West, we crying with niggas, but we standing strong. He endured to the end, never fought it, yeah, he held on. Texas raised a warrior, you heard me, New Orleans born. Long live one West, yeah, spirit live on, you heard me, shout out to Officer 5,000 Karab. When I see you in the kingdom again, I'm like, what's that, awarded? Don't play that 50 with me round. Remember them nights we was breaking down scriptures. Just in his eyes, the truth is different. We're gonna hate us, the kingdom is worth it. We gotta suffer, we serve a purpose. Never complain when the load got heavy. Pen in the filter, no loss in the power. Talking about terrorists, light in the sky. Christ coming back, we finally gonna rise. Finish the race. Nigga, we heard, but can't let it break us. Sacrifices everything they made us. All we fail, but what is the fall? More than we build, we grieve and we rise. Only one West, yeah, his spirit live on. I'm steady screaming one West. I'm steady screaming one West. Hey, I'm steady screaming one West. I'm steady screaming one West. Only one West, you heard me? Let the whole world know. You know, from the 6 wars to the house, you began to command and tell your honor, Officer 5,000 can ride. You see what's down, Wardy? I'ma see you in the kingdom of heaven, you heard me? You know, don't put a 50 with me around. Hey, check this out right quick. I ain't gonna be too long-winded. I remember all the things you used to say and everything you told me, man. But till Christ come back, we standing strong.
Negros e indios nativos somos los verdaderos israelitas. ¿Esto dónde lo dice? Esto dice en la Biblia.
Show that Puerto Ricans love America, but that ain't reality. Police attack was planned beforehand. Only white cops were assigned.
Then our only recourse is to defend ourselves.
We tried to move people onto the sidewalk, but the police were all out for blood.
Another series of protests was staged by thousands of students, parents, and the Brown Berets. In June 1968, the group that had become known as the East LA 13 was released on bail.
Demonstrate to our people and we deserve better and that we could, get better.
I don't think there's ever been a time when we need more of the spirit of the young Lord than today.
I guess we had no fear. We just did what we thought at the time was the right thing to do.
Captain of the Black Panther Party. They are making it their business to process arresting me and my wife, to process arresting numerous Panthers on the block.
Police just went in and started beating them viciously. It was ugly. They were just yelling at us, you dirty spicks, dirty Mexicans, who do you think you are?
So, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, give me a second. Can you hear me?
Yeah, come on, I can hear you. Yeah, let me
Can
fix
you hear me through
this.
the headphones?
Come on.
Does that sound clear?
Come on.
All right, no sweat. I'm just gonna roll at this because my mic thing died right now. But if you say you can hear me, then I'm just gonna roll right there. You know what? Let me just get another battery. My battery's died on this.
Come on, no sweat, sir.
All right, no sweat.
So, Israel, just bear with me 1 second as I fix this the setup here. See how that looks. See the layout.
these. That's better. So, like, as we wait for Officer Lahab, what's going down? That's if y'all can hear me, put a 1W in the chat. Make sure the sound's good. You know, for the meantime, let me just set this up and let y'all know what you're tuning into. Of course, this is another episode of The Inconvenient Truth. Back at it, man. You know, of course, you know, we try to go live when we can go live. You know, we're a weekly podcast. So, you know, we'll bear with us. I said, we don't get there, man. We're going to have a consistent day. We're going, you know, Lord allow we get back to our Wednesday nights, how we've been, you know, doing it from the get-go originally. But, you know, for meantime, we're going to go live when the Lord allows us to go live. You understand? But, of course, this is The Inconvenient Truth. We're ISUPK Southern California, reporting live from the, you know, from Sur Califas, Sur de California. Also reporting live from ISUPK Mexico. You know, shout out to all the raza, also called Hispanics, so-called Latinos, man. You know, this is a platform, a podcast. I mean, to be quite honest, I guess that term podcast is becoming a little played out, but this is a show, right, where we talk about issues and topics pertaining to our people, man, pertaining to the raza, to the Latino community, to the Hispanic community, to the Black community, to the Native American community, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, where we touch topics and issues and stories addressing our people and our nation, man. So y'all got any comments or questions, y'all more than welcome to type them in the chat. You know, I put a link there if you want to join and give us your thoughts and opinions. And what we're going to talk about, the topic we're going to touch tonight is we're going to talk about America's reaction to Bad Bunny. The Bad Bunny's performance at the Super Bowl is our topic tonight, you know, and I titled it Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl, Why America Lost Its Cool. So like, y'all don't want to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. That.
Come on, sir. I don't know, sir. I'm kind of like, how do I say it? I guess you can say I'm mind-boggled. You understand? Like I'm mind-boggled at the response to a damn concert that this nation has.
Right. They had the main problem was the brother speaking Spanish. The brother speaking Spanish. I mean, he is a brother too. You know, he's a brother. You know what I'm saying? He's an Ephraimite. He's a Puerto Rican.
Right.
They had a problem with him speaking Spanish. And they were even saying that he wasn't even a real American.
Good night.
You know, and I guess they don't consider Puerto Ricans real Americans.
Right.
And Puerto Rico is a state.
Right.
You know, it's part of the United States.
Right.
You know, that just goes to show you though, like they look at all of us the same. You know,
right?
Because like what we're saying, Puerto Rico is part of the United States, and they still don't get accepted.
Right.
You know, and like we were saying, the main issue is the Spanish. So you know, I know you're gonna play some of the footage, but so what they try to use is Kid Rock. They try to use Kid Rock as a replacement. When you see the footage of Kid Rock,
right, sir?
Did you see the people on, like at the concert? All the white folks.
I saw the reactions to it. Yeah, we could find that footage and show it. But yeah, good. I was looking. So like, so I'll be honest, right? So I was looking at the parts of the Bad Bunny halftime show, and I was looking at the Turning Point halftime show to compare and contrast, man. And I saw the perfect picture out there for the Bad Bunny concert versus the Turning Point halftime concert, right? And it was just bland, man. That's one thing I'll say about the Turning Point halftime show. That show was that was the raisins in the potato salad type of show, sir. That's exactly what that was, man. You know, it didn't get any more wider than that, you know. And right. It's crazy. Like you can see, who's the salt in the earth and who's not, just by looking at the two concerts, man. Right. You know, and it's obvious, it's obvious the agenda of this nation. Their stats when you see the Turning Point halftime show versus Bad Bunny's performance, man. Mm-hmm. All white. That's what they want. They want it all white. You know,
That's what they want. But you know, Bad Bunny's the one that pretty much made that, you know, made it popping.
Right.
You know, like the whole thing of the controversy, you know, people not wanting them there. That's what made people tune in. I think he was like right under Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar had more viewers on his the last Super Bowl, and then he would be second. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no one gonna try to see no Kid Rock. I forgot who that was. You know?
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, that might be Kid Rock might have been like somebody's WWE song.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I think the Undertaker. There you go. That was his.
Was it the Undertaker?
I think it was.
It was one of
I think it was the Undertaker. And that's probably the only thing he was even known for. Other than that, he's like, you know, he's unheard of.
Right.
You know, ain't no one gonna play no Kid Rock. And for Bad Bunny too, like brothers don't play Bad Bunny. You know, from what I understand, brothers don't play Bad Bunny. And when I say brothers, I'm talking about people outside of the school.
Right.
You know, but his fan base is mostly Latinas,
women, right?
Latinas, right? You know? Mostly Latinas, you know.
I mean, right. I mean, I'm not like a, you know, like, I'm not a like a, you know, big like a Bad Bunny fan. I don't really rock with his music like that, you know. But you know, like I can see his fan base is to women, you know, and then his whole, you know, the way he carries himself, like you could tell, you know, like that's more of his audience where he's pushing his music, at least from my take on it. But you know, one thing I will give Bad Bunny, you know, even though he's a brother in the world, and you know, you kind of, you know, you got to question, you know, from a One West point of view, right? You know, like, you know, question him. You can see that, you know, he used his platform out there to speak up, you know, on some things, you know. So I'll give him that for you know, like letting it be known that, you know, Puerto Ricanos are not savages. He spoke out against ICE, you know. Of course, he's doing it for entertainment. He's a brother in the world, but he did that, you know. So at least, so you know, people could give him that.
Hey,
you know,
he for sure did more than what's that cat's name? Fluffy.
Right.
Fluffy.
Dang.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Right.
Let me see. There's a couple other more. You know what? There's a lot of Hispanic entertainers that don't say anything. They either don't say anything or sided with Donald Trump, you know, and the whole MAGA movement.
Right.
And the reason why that's a problem because like even Hispanic boxers, you got Oscar de la Hoya, you know, you got Canelo. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they show the Mexican flag. They take pride in the whole thing of being Mexican warrior, you know, things like that. But they don't say anything. You know, like they don't speak up on you know what's happening with ICE, you know, or you know any Hispanic issues or problems. You know, at the end of the day, they're boxers, so you know we don't expect anything from them.
Right.
You know, but you know if you're gonna compare, you know, De La Hoya, Canelo to Bad Bunny, he said more than what they did.
Right.
You know, he used, you know, what he could to speak up on what's happening.
To the best of what he could do, man. Because, of course, he's just an entertainer. He's not. I don't look at Bad Bunny as a revolutionary leader. Right. I don't look at him like he's, you know, what they say, woke and all that. I think, of course, he's, you know, he probably was also his target audience. He's trying to appeal to them. He's trying to go with what's trending as well, you know. But, of course, he used his platform to speak on the issue, you know. He didn't, you know, he didn't go show open support for Donald Trump after Donald Trump, you know, disrespected Puerto Rico, man. You know, so y'all can give him that, you know. And it's sad that, like you said, there are many entertainers out there, boxers, rappers, artists, you know, in the midst of everything going on, will still side with Donald Trump. Will still side with, you know, will still side with this oppressor and come against their own people, man.
Chingo Bling was one of them. Chingo Bling was one of them. Mario Lopez, man, I can't stand that Mario Lopez.
That's crazy.
Just because he goes to like East LA and Boyle Heights, he'll eat at the taco trucks, and then he'll make it seem like he's with the Raza and that he's down with with Hispanics, and then he's a full out Donald Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on,
like,
sir. I got you, sir. Since I'm gonna play this clip since we're on that topic, and it kind of ties in with everything.
Like he's a piece of shit. Like that cat, just seeing his face is just like I don't see how some people can still. I don't even know what the hell he does. Is he an actor? What is he?
This is him. You remember Saved by the Bell, right?
I gotta see it. I gotta see Saved by the Bell. Slightly.
I'm playing a clip of him, right? And this is not why you're right to call him that. You understand? You're right to call him. This is the role he played in that show. Say, but like for all free, I guess I'm giving away my age, I guess. But he there was that popular TV show Saved by the Bell where he played the role of Slater, who was like a whitewashed ultra, what do you say, like no sabo kid, I guess you could say. He played in the show, but there's an episode in here where he wakes up. And look at this.
I just said it's a beautiful day.
Oh.
¿No hablas español?
What?
Boy, you really don't speak Spanish, do you? What's your real name?
Slater. Albert Clifford Slater.
Slater's an Anglo name. You're Latino.
Well, I guess somebody in my family must have changed it.
Damn.
Time you stop denying your roots.
So you see, you can see why he played that role, man, and where his stance is. But look, it gets worse. It gets crazier, sir. It gets worse.
What, Slater, Chicano studies? Why do you care about that? Because I'm Chicano. In case you never noticed. You meet a girl and you go to these... Look, this isn't about a girl. It's about me. 2 days ago, I didn't even know my real name was Sanchez. My dad changed it 25 years ago to get into the military academy. Can you believe it? He felt he had to hide his heritage to be accepted. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, man, this cat right here though, he right now, he doesn't hide his heritage. Like he'll say he's Mexican, Chicano, and all that, but at the same time, he supports, you'll see him with his MAGA hat and all that. I think he even got pictures with Donald Trump.
And then he go ahead, sir.
You got it. My bad.
So he went and played that, and that's why that's why I do not take entertainers serious. Because he went and played this role in the show. We talked about being a Chicano, embracing his identity, and then in today's time, you see, he was just acting. Like he was never really about that life or about any of that to go and openly support Donald Trump. I'm gonna say you cannot be a proud, quote unquote, Chicano, or proud Latino and support Donald Trump. You understand?
Right.
You hate Latinos. You hate being a Chicano. You support Donald Trump. You understand? And I know that many cats live in denial. What's that scripture say, sir? The strong delusions. Let me see if I can find it, because that would be something to bring. Like I would be probably actually asking class, but the strong delusion where you think you could be pro your people and then still support the oppressor at the same time.
I think probably a better one is why trim is that way to seek love.
Concert.
And that's a lot of our people. A lot of our people don't even want to speak Spanish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to speak the Spanish no more. We want to talk a little proper, dress a certain way. And then you got a lot of Chicanos that'll be like, I'm a conservative now. And and then go with the whole thing of, we got to get rid of illegals. I mean, it's funny that I just ran into an old friend of mine on the Facebook thing. I haven't seen this cat in years, like about 10 years. And I look at his page, and he's talking about he's a conservative, you know, and deporting illegals. Like, you guys want these people here? You know, we need to get rid of these people. I'm like, God damn, like, you know, you just went, you know what I'm saying? That's not who you were before. Now that's you know, that's what you're you know, that's how you are now.
But yeah, you got one.
Go ahead.
That's what I said. We got Police Officer 1000 Oscar Warren in the building.
Hey, Shalom, Mike.
Hey, Shalom. Yo, how about you?
Hey, Shalom, sir. You have Shabbat.
Shalom, on the course up.
Hey, what's going on with you, sir?
Oh, not much, man. Heard the slavery, but, you know, so I just decided to tap in with y'all, man.
Not tap in, you know, whenever you want to say something, go ahead, you know.
Come.
Another one is Gabriel Iglesias. Gabriel Iglesias didn't say shit, you know, his whole, like, you know, his whole thing with the ICE thing, didn't say nothing. But when Charlie Kirk got, you know, when he got unalived, that's when he spoke up and said, oh, you know, we shouldn't be making fun of his death. You know, someone died. Someone, you know, you shouldn't be laughing at that. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time when kids were being, you know, taken, you know, when our people were getting thrown inside cages, you know, he didn't say anything. He only decided to speak up when Charlie Kirk was unalive. And that's a lot of our people, man. That's how a lot of our people are. You know, we either stay silent or we or siding with our oppressor. You know, that's Gabriel Iglesias. For those who don't know, they call him Fluffy. You know, so before the whole ICE thing, this fool was, you know, he was Raza, and then, you know, Mexican, or what is he? Is he Mexican? He is Mexican, right?
Yeah, he's Mexican, right?
You know that he's Mexican, Chicano, whatever. You know, Mexican flags, and you know, once this whole thing with Donald Trump and ICE came about, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Quiet.
Right.
They didn't say anything.
Constant. And that's crazy you say that, because that's the whole thing, right? Like, now when it came to Charlie Kirk, he was very vocal. You're talking about, you know, what would he say? He said free speech should not be a death sentence. If you didn't like what kind of things the man said, you had the choice to not listen. So if you believe in that, then why aren't you speaking up for your people? You know, why? Because you don't give a damn about your people, man. That's the problem. You don't give a damn about your people. You love, you know, you love this oppressor. You think they're right and we're wrong. That's what you really think. You know, Salak, you know.
No, you're right. You're right. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? And the main problem is, like how Jeremiah Hyman was breaking it down in the scripture breakdown class on Thursday, which is, you know, you can't look at entertainers as leaders.
Right.
You know, and we do that. You know what I'm saying? We look at entertainers as leaders. You know, George Lopez, Mario Lopez, and you know what I'm saying? Like
everyone,
all the singers and artists and actors, you know, we look up to them. They're like idols to us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And those are not people we should be looking for leadership.
Right, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta speak up for our own people. If you're like a Latino, Chicano at your house, there are things that you can do for your own people. You know how Jeremiah Hyman was saying, if you got a ICE agent inside your house, man, you know, like pretty much cut him off. Don't let that fool in the house no more.
Right.
Don't let that fool come around the crib no more. Don't let him come to the carne asada no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
That fool tries to come around. Nah, bro, you doing that? You can't be around us no more.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
you know, go with your ICE buddies, go with your ICE homies. You know, y'all, you stay over there. Don't come to the house no more. That's something we should really be pushing. Go ahead, Malak.
Hey, tell them, hey man, go join your buddies on your Man Love Thursdays.
There you go. We know what you're doing on you know, when you get drunk. Man.
Yeah, right.
Hey, if I could, so I can say something.
Go ahead, ask for it.
I just want to say, like, you know, the scripture says that we gotta have a renewing of the mind. You know, we gotta put away the old man, the old conversation, and because we haven't done that, because we don't do that, we have the mind of the slave. You know, that's who we are in this captivity. We're slaves, so we have that mentality of a slave. You know, And that's why it's important to replace that mind with the mind of a free man. And that's by being a man of God. You know, the law, statutes, and commandments in the Bible, they change your character, they change your values, they literally change your mind on how you carry yourself, the values you have, and the standards you have as a person. And that creates a man that is not a slave anymore. And that's why we need to come back to this Bible. The reason why this cat is like that, because he's a slave. He has a slave mentality. That was it, sir.
Right.
No, damn right. Damn right.
Right. But sir, I'm gonna play the first clip. I'm gonna play is gonna be the clip of Megyn Kelly reacting, to Bad Bunny's kind of performance. Ole, we got Yashikar right there in the comments. Hey, Shalom Kanal, Yahweh en el nombre de Yahweh Shai te bendiga.
Shalom,
Super Bowl, which is a quintessential American event. Football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football. And the halftime show and everything around it needs to stay quintessentially American. Not Spanish, not Muslim, not anything other than good old-fashioned American apple pie. There should be a meatloaf, maybe some fried chicken, and an English-speaking performer. That's what the Super Bowl should be. To keep the Super Bowl, which is a quintessential American event.
So that was like her first response. There's another response she said before that I want to find. We got Surf by 1,000 model bar. Hey, Shalom, sir. I'm sure with the. But yeah,
Hey,
sir.
go. If I could, she said football is a quintessential American event. If that's the case, why are half of the football players so-called African Americans and Latinos?
Right.
You know.
But Puerto Ricans are American. I'm just saying Puerto Ricans are American. You know. So no, but go ahead. Of course, like.
That's all I wanted to point out. We know that it has nothing to do with them loving the sport so much that they want to honor it with American English performance. It's because the oppressor knows that his end is near, and he's doing all that he can do to maintain himself in the superior position. That was it.
No sweat. Let me find that clip though. That main clip. I want to find of Megyn Kelly, man. Good night, because what she said was wild, and it's crazy. Like, oh, here we go. I think this is it right here.
The whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America. Who gives a damn that we have 40 million Spanish speakers in the United States? We have 310 million who don't speak a lick of Spanish. This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos, not for one small group, but for the country. We don't need a black national anthem. We don't need a Spanish-speaking, non-English performer, and we don't need an ICE or America hater featured as our primetime entertainment.
She then went on to lose it at the host, saying his attitude is why Britain and Europe have lost their culture.
This attitude that you have right here is why you in Great Britain have lost your culture. You ceded your culture to a bunch of radical Muslims who came in and took over, and now it's gone. We're not allowing that here. Whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Muslim, it's not happening in the United States of America. That's why President Trump was elected. And whether it's Bad Bunny, who is American but refuses to speak English in his performances, or anybody else, we have to keep the Super Bowl, which is a quintessential American event. Football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football. And the halftime show and everything around it needs to stay quintessentially American. Not Spanish, not Muslim, not anything other than good old-fashioned American apple pie. There should be a meatloaf, maybe some fried chicken, and an English-speaking performer. That's what the Super Bowl should be.
Online commentators agreed with Megyn Kelly, with this person saying, Megyn Kelly didn't dodge. She went straight for the core issue. When culture stops being defended, it doesn't slowly fade, it gets replaced. Uncomfortable truth, but truth nonetheless. Megyn Kelly was very vocal on social media throughout the Super Bowl, fawning over the Turning Point USA All-American halftime show, which featured Kid Rock. She said, "Congratulations, Turning Point USA. I'm in tears at the beautiful halftime show. Everyone did a spectacular job. It was perfect. Thank you." She then replied to a positive comment about the Bad Bunny show, saying, "Nah, I like my halftime shows in English from people who love America." And whilst over 100 million people tuned in to watch Bad Bunny's all-Spanish performance, US President Donald Trump was not having a bar of it. He posted to Truth Social, "The Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible, one of the worst ever. It makes no sense in an affront to the greatness of America and doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, or excellence. Nobody understands a word this guy is saying. And the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children that are watching from throughout the USA and all over the world. This show is just a slap in the face to our country, which is setting new standards and records every single day, including the best stock market and 401ks in history. There is nothing inspirational about this mess of a halftime show, and watch, it will get great reviews from the fake news media because they haven't got a clue of what is going on in the real world. And by the way, the NFL should immediately replace its ridiculous new kickoff rule, make America great again." But Piers Morgan was not letting Trump get away with it, rebuking the sentiment. He said, "Couldn't disagree more, Mr. President. I absolutely loved Bad Bunny's halftime show. Amazing, best in Super Bowl history. Theater, choreography, great energy, superbly confident performance, and very welcome unifying message. Oh, and Spanish is first language for 50 million plus Americans." And in another blow to the Super Bowl, a TMZ poll of both halftime shows revealed a majority of viewers preferred the All-American show. This commentator said, "The left is absolutely melting down after TMZ's own poll dropped a nuclear truth bomb. 67% of fans say Kid Rock's halftime show crushed Bad Bunny's 33%. A supermajority just voted with their eyeballs. Real American rock energy over woke vibes every single time. NFL, you tried to force feed the crowd your agenda and it backfired spectacularly.
Imagine that.
Kid Rock brought the fire, the patriotism, and the hits. America showed up and spoke loud. Huge W for normal people."
Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
If I could say something,
go ahead, sir.
I just want to say that first of all, so-called black people created rock and roll. Am I mistaken? Right, rock and roll comes from our brothers. So how is that an American thing? It's a black thing.
Right.
You understand? And Kid Rock made a song about having sex with underage girls.
Right.
Who's worse, him or Bad Bunny? You know? Talking about we need a good old American Pie performance with Meatloaf and it needs to be American. There is no American culture. America steals the culture of Black and Latinos and North American Indians and any other culture that they can put their hands on. This has to do with them afraid of losing their position as white supremacists.
Right.
So I think, so you want to say something?
Yeah, if I just wanted to add on to what he's saying, like all that American culture thing. If Negroes and Latinos was in football, then y'all wouldn't be selling all them goddamn jerseys. Ain't nobody that'd be watching no football all across the United States with a bunch of goddamn YT people. Ain't nobody want to see that shit.
Right.
They know we the best at what we do. We athletic. We explosive on the field. We the one that make y'all revenue for y'all. That's why you goddamn games sell out. And even with Donald Trump, you gonna listen to what he said after he was telling people, grab him by the coochie.
Right.
Like, come on. Like, it makes no sense. Then you get up there talking, this woman up there talking all that nonsense. Great old American Pie and all that. We the ones that set the standard in your goddamn leagues. We the ones that raise the ball in your goddamn leagues. Ain't nobody jump from a goddamn free throw line and dunk. And when you saw a white boy jump from the free throw line and dunk a goddamn ball?
Right.
Right.
When you see a goddamn white boy running down the field, catch 80 or 90-yard passes for touchdowns and everything.
Right.
You got it.
That white woman talking about we need American culture, like, you know. You see, and the way she said, not the Latino people, she said something like that. Not the Latinos. Like, what? You know what? You know what's American culture? You'll find American culture on the Epstein Island. That's where you're gonna find American culture.
Right.
You know, you want that good old American culture. You go on those Epstein files. That's where you're gonna find all of it, because that's American culture right there. That's been American culture since slavery. You know, when they came to the Americas, and everything they did to those kids on the Epstein Islands is what they did to us during slavery. All over Mexico, Central America, South America, the islands, West Indies, and of course North America to the Native Indians. You know, so you know what is white culture? You know when she says that, what she talking about? What American culture?
She talking about cricket. What the little sport they play? Cricket, water polos. I'm pretty sure if we got to that, we'll take over that shit.
She said meatloaf. That's the best that she could come up. That's the best she could come up with. Meatloaf. And you know who gonna make that meatloaf? Some Israelite is gonna be in that kitchen making that meatloaf. We're the ones cooking all the food. Right. I bet you if you go to that stadium and you go into that kitchen, you're gonna find a bunch of either Mexicans or Central Americans in that kitchen.
Hey, sir. So like, go ahead, Malak.
I got y'all real quick. I'm gonna show you what she meant. This is what she meant. This is what she wants at her halftime shows. Let me share this real quick. This is what she wants. This is what she's talking about. This is what comes to mind when I hear about meatloaf and all that. This is her Turning Point halftime show right here.
Good night.
Y'all see that?
Stale.
Good old, yeah, stale and bland raisins
flavorless.
and potatoes. Yeah.
If I could too, like.
Yeah, right. Go ahead, sir.
So like, I just want to say, like, this is something so ridiculous to argue about and to complain about. Like, this is entertainment. I'm sure the NFL made tons of money. Tons of companies made money. Why are they mad about this performance? You know, this is just a cover-up, I believe, for the Epstein files.
Right.
That's why they're just looking for anything to blow up and take people's attention away from the Epstein files.
Órale. If I could, órale, we got.
Hey, Slam, you should get
Hey, carnales, órale.
Hey, órale, carnal. Carnal.
I was gonna say, if you leave it up to them, they gonna be at the game with a bag of peanuts. That's all they knew. Just have a bag of peanuts.
Go ahead, Yashikar.
Salakia, carnal, I saw that plate right there, carnal. Hey, that looked like a soulless plate, carnal. Probably covered in mayo and all kinds of crazy ass shit, carnal.
Raisins.
Hey, carnal. Raisins and oats and I don't know what the fuck.
Hey, Malak, have y'all ever seen Dave Chappelle? When he was doing a comedy and he's talking about when he goes to the store, he wants to see what white people put inside the cart.
Oh man!
And that white people always like, no, they don't let you look inside that cart. But he would say that he was like, don't talk about having sex with their wife, but they won't let you look inside that cart. They like, because it's a mystery on what the hell they actually cook.
Right.
It's like I want to mention that.
Carnal, they'll share their wife, but they won't let you know what they're cooking and shit, carnal. What is that called? Swingers or cockles? What is it?
Swingers. That's what they call it.
Hey,
that's American culture right there.
Yeah. Hey, you know damn well she be eating them tacos, man. You know damn well she be eating them burritos and enchiladas, and that's why she was like, maybe some fried chicken. Because she know damn well all that other American shit is trash.
This is really what it's so like. If I could real quick, this is really what it is, right? There's another picture that was circulating in response. Let's see if I can find it real quick, because this goes back to what the generals was bringing out, about this oppressor, right? This is really what the problem is with them. This is why they hating and getting mad. Let me share this. Now, but let me make a disclaimer. I'm not condoning this or encouraging this. I'm just showing a reality about this oppressor and his insecurity. That's really what it is right there. See that image right there? Is that, so, this oppressor's women don't like them. You understand? They don't like, the so-called white man, because, he suffers from his insecurity, and he knows that, Latino men and black men are better than him. Bad Bunny performed, at the halftime show and gave flavor to it, and the white man does not want his woman vibing to that, That's what he's afraid of. That's what he's insecure about.
Lama.
Go ahead, sir.
You know what they're scared of? They're scared that their woman want to have sex with Hispanic men.
Right.
That's what they want. They see the flavor, they see the culture, they see the singing, dancing, getting down. You know what I'm saying? Forget about the lowriders. They act like they ain't like the lowriders. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The dark glasses, headband, all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you got to thank the Lord for the Israelite School UPK, because we don't want white women. You know what I'm saying? We won't take your woman. We will encourage you to get your own woman.
Yeah, right.
But that's perfectly said. That's a perfect picture, because they're seeing Bad Bunny and they want to, they want to get down with the whole flavor and the whole culture.
Right.
But Slack, my bad. Slack.
I was gonna say, if anything, you so-called white men should learn a thing or two from Bad Bunny, and there you go, entertain your women, man, and you won't be insecure anymore. I don't know. That's all I can tell y'all, man.
I'm right. Shit, I ain't seen no goddamn white person buy no apple pie in years. They don't even eat that goddamn apple. They eat all our goddamn food. They don't give a damn about no more goddamn apple pie and all that shit.
Right.
I mean, if I could, I just want to say this, right? Because some questions came to mind as Megyn Kelly was doing that rant, right? She's trying to stick up for a white man, of course. She's probably one of them few white women out there that loves her white man. My question is this, right? First question: what in the hell is American culture? Like, what is that? My second question, right? How in the hell is speaking Spanish a middle finger to America? Like, do you not know the history of where Spanish comes from and what it is? That's how much this oppressor hates so-called Latinos. How much America hates so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You'll speak their language and they'll hate you for it. You understand? Spanish is a white language. Spanish is a European language, man, that was forced on us. And you still berate us for speaking it, because we speak it. Y'all hate you'll hate that language. And then here's my fourth. Here's how much they hate us. Like, I bet if that was an opera singer up there singing in Italian, they wouldn't say a goddamn thing. They wouldn't be complaining, because you really want Bad Bunny to sing his songs in English? He's a Spanish singer, for crying out loud. Like, and you want to take that away from him. But this is what I learned, sir. This is what I heard from the men above me. It's not about the middle finger to America. It's not about, ignoring their community. It's really about taking away our self-esteem, us not having self-esteem. You understand? That's really what it's about. God forbid we feel empowered and emboldened. You understand? And that's really what it is. God forbid you have a moment of greatness in this society. They can't afford to have that. I think you did bring that out, sir. Salakia. But that's what, what I'm getting is really what it is. We cannot have moments of greatness in this kingdom. because then it brings our self-esteem up, you know. And if our self-esteem gets built up, then we're no longer gonna, you know, keep enduring the abuse that they throw at us. Salaki.
All right. That's because they know they
Salaki,
ain't
carnal, if I
shit.
could.
Go ahead, Kana.
Man, Salaki, carnal. You said she was asking American culture. The only culture these people know, carnal, is homosexuality, pedophilia, rape, murder. That's the only culture they ever brought over here, carnal, because other than that, they got no spice in this life. That's why these fools are always committing suicide at a high rate. You know, they can't lose a few thousands because they not only do they kill themselves, they kill their whole family. Is that the culture that they want all of us to have? Like, that's shit's crazy, carnal. But go ahead.
Any other brother want to comment?
I was, you know, that they know they ain't shit. They know that, so they want you to feel like them.
Right.
We gonna keep building up. We know who we are, and that's why they jealous and mad. They know they ain't shit.
Right.
They know they done robbed everybody. They just stole everybody's culture. Y'all ain't got your own culture, your own goddamn identity, because you want to be everybody. Y'all know y'all ain't shit.
Right.
So, like, yeah, I'm gonna look something up right now, real quick, that I want to share and see what brothers' opinion is on it. Meantime, if brothers want to,
and this right here should show us, especially the brothers in the world, that they have not changed how they feel about their white supremacy status and how they feel towards us. And now, obviously, it's coming to light more and more their true colors, that they are still white. You understand? The scripture says, trying to paraphrase it, trust not an enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is their evil, I believe. That's the truth. And that's what you Black, Hispanics, and North American Indians need to see and need to you know, don't forget it, because they're only going to show it more and more. And that's why the ISUPK is so important. The ISUPK and the Commander General is the place that you will run to when there is no more time to what's the word? You know, to bullshit. This is the place that you're gonna come to, because this is where God is, your God.
I'm right. Shit. If you got to steal somebody else's culture, that means your culture ain't shit. You got to steal somebody else's culture, that means your culture ain't shit. Your people ain't shit. Your culture ain't shit. Because you run around stealing everybody else's language, everybody else's culture, everybody else's way of living in life. That means y'all ain't shit. And they know that. They know they got a short time. So we gonna take and rob and unalive and do all we can within this short time. Cause y'all ain't shit. Y'all mad cause so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans is above y'all. That's what y'all mad about.
Sir, and if I could too, like, there's a verse in Leviticus 19 and 11 where it says, "Do not steal, deal fairly with your brother," paraphrasing, "and do not lie." That's the opposite culture of the oppressor. The oppressor lies, he steals, and he is not honest. And that's the mindset that we have because we're in captivity, and that's who we get our info from on how to live. So we're like him.
Right.
We're living and showing that through our actions. And that's why this truth is important, because that's a law. So when you come and serve the Lord, now you got to be different. Now you got to be someone who's honest. Now you got to be someone who does not steal, who does not lie. So now you got to change how you live. That's where the Lord comes in. That's where true change happens. That's why we got, you know, and that's how you separate from this place. When the scripture says, Revelations 18:4, come out of her, my people, that's what it's talking about right there. Getting that demonic spirit of white people off of us.
Right.
So like, I came across this article real quick, right? And let me see what it shows.
In Sacramento says they witnessed history when Puerto Rican artist Bad Bunny headlined the halftime show, drawing in an estimated 135 million viewers, with many visually emotional to see him take the stage. And as ABC 10's Roxanne Elias reports, many felt the significance amid the political climate they're in.
Here at Maya Cantina in West Sacramento, hundreds of Bad Bunny fans flock to the establishment to celebrate an artist they say is breaking barriers and creating milestones. After months of waiting to see Bad Bunny perform at this year's Super Bowl halftime show, fans gasped and cheered at his performance on Sunday. For Kamali Spence from Puerto Rico, the moment was full of emotion seeing someone from her country up on stage.
I'm celebrating my country, I'm celebrating Bad Bunny, I'm celebrating our culture.
The co-founder of Maya Cantina says they collaborated with the promoter to showcase the game at the restaurant that attracted many from the Latino community.
One of the biggest reasons the great turnout today is because of Bad Bunny performing in halftime at the Super Bowl. Or else I don't feel a lot of Latinos would have came out and supported to watch the Super Bowl. But I feel like it kind of brought new eyes to the NFL.
Bad Bunny made history on Sunday as the first Spanish-language Latino solo artist to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. Valdemar Arroyo, who is Mexican, says Benito gives them a sense of hope in between all the pressures his community is facing.
Representation, that's everybody that's been here, right, from the start, from the beginning, is here, will be here, and, you know, we'll transcend even this point in time in history.
Fans say the performance displayed unity among everyone. A sign in the background of Bad Bunny's performance reading, "The only thing more powerful than hate is love," and a real wedding was held mid-show.
I feel the message. You don't need to speak the language, you need to feel the message.
At the Grammys this month, Bad Bunny demanded Ice out during his acceptance speech for Album of the Year.
I agree with everything that he says. Yes, keep eyes out. We are all humans. We're all here representing the same things. We're all here with the same struggles. And we're very proud of who we are. There's no ill intent in our hearts.
Fans say that despite everyone's beliefs, the show was about music, bringing people together. In West Sacramento, Roxanne Elias, ABC 10.
So, like, if I could, or go ahead, sir. Did you want to say something in response to that other one?
And that was the wild part. That was the wild thing right there. Is our people should stop looking for them to accept us. We already greater than them. So we shouldn't look for their acceptance. It made a statement, but that's the thing. We shouldn't be marching. We shouldn't be doing none of that to look for their acceptance. We should just come together as a people. We don't need them to love us, because we're going to love one another. You got it.
I'm going to say that, you know, and then look, what Bad Bunny did too, like, it gave people like a sense of pride, you know, like just one to see a Latino at the Super Bowl performing, right? And he spoke out against ICE, you know, at the Grammys, you know, and he's kind of like, he used his platform to show what was going on in the island of Puerto Rico as well.
Right.
What Bad Bunny did, like, he's doing something. Okay, how can I say it? Like, he's on the left-hand side. Like, this is someone that's not in the truth. You know what I'm saying? He's just a reggaeton artist, shedding light on what is happening. We do this shit every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what we do it 1,000 times more than what he does. And that's one of the main reasons why we can't ever stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people out there that are looking for some hope, looking for brothers, Latinos, that are speaking up on what's happening against ICE. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you give that brother his credit for what he did. But us, man, we do it 1,000 times more better than he does. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's why, of course, that we gotta just keep doing it. Keep speaking, doing the classes, teaching, because there's a lot of brothers that are looking for this. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm gonna pass it to the next brother.
If I could, sir, like it was, and that was a heavy point, sir, and Salaki, I don't want your, and what the other one said too, sir. What both of y'all said was heavy, and I want to touch where she said, you know, the banner literally said the only thing that can fight hate is love. What's wrong with that? Why didn't that lady speak about that wedding that happened, that banner that spread positivity? Instead, she's complaining about a brother speaking Spanish. You know, what happened to love? I thought America was a Christian nation. You know, doesn't the Bible say in John 3:16, according to Christians, for God so loved the world?
Right.
According to them, where's the love for all people? And she even said we're all humans.
Right.
Isn't that what America believes? Aren't they Christian? We're all human. We're all human beings. The human race.
Right.
Why can't we just live in harmony? Why do they have to hunt our brothers down through ice? You understand? Because the truth is, they do not believe in God. You understand? They do not believe in God. What they believe is that they are superior and we are subhuman. And that is not true. What is the truth? That we are superior. You understand?
Right.
And they need to fall in their position. This is what Christ told the white woman. You understand? He said, it's not meat to give to the dogs what belongs to the children. He called that white woman a dog. And that's what that white woman is.
Right.
She's a dog. And she does not know her place. And when a dog does not know his place, that dog is barking and barking and barking. And you got to put that dog in its place. And that's what Christ did. You understand? Doesn't there come a time when white people, they're going to know their place just like that white woman who Christ checked. They're going to accept that they are beneath us. And it's better for them like that because what happened to that white woman? Her daughter was saved. Christ
Right.
blessed her and cured her daughter, not because she was barking, she was being a crazy dog, but because she shut her mouth and she accepted the truth. She accepted the truth. And that's what this white woman needs to do. If you white people learn how to be quiet and listen to the man of God, good things will happen to you. Good things will happen to you. You understand? Until then, you're going to keep complaining and keep losing.
So like, if I could, I want to bring this out, right? When Megyn Kelly was talking about him performing in Spanish, that whole show was a middle finger to America. That's what she meant about the middle finger to America. Seeing so-called Latinos happy, seeing so-called Latinos united, seeing so-called Latinos, you know, having hope. To her is a middle finger to America. And that is why this oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, because they can't, like, that's how cruel they are. You understand? They're so cruel that they have to beat down your spirit so that they can stay in power. You understand? Because that's what matters to them. What matters to them is what's good for them. Not what's good for the whole world, not what's good for all humanity, but for them. You understand? And they freaking wanna say villainize you for being human. Because what did the woman say in a second ago in the news story? She said we want to be seen. We're humans, you know. So basically, what Megyn Kelly's saying is that for Latinos to want to be human is a middle finger to America, because America does not see so-called Latinos as human beings, does not see Black people as human beings, does not see Native American Indians as human beings.
Right.
That's the reality of it. Salakia.
Another thing too, real quick, and is they don't like cats like how Bad Bunny. They don't like cats like Bad Bunny because he's not what do you call cooperating. Like
Right.
Mario Lopez, Fluffy, George Masvidal, the UFC fighter, George Masvidal, they cooperate. They'll push the MAGA, they'll push Donald Trump on their social media, you know, all of that. And so you know, they don't like a brother that's like a rebel. Right. Like once again, we ain't gonna say Bad Bunny's a rebel. We're not saying that. He did something very small. Very small. You know. But that was enough for them to be like, oh no, like, you know, I can't believe he did that. I can't believe you're over there doing a concert in Spanish. You know, I can't believe he's saying what he's saying. You know, they can't stand a brother that's rebellious.
And you know what? Also, too, sir, if I could, like, I feel like they're upset because, like, I believe Malakma, you said this. They're giving hope to our people. You know, because we see what has been going on with ICE terrorizing our neighborhoods, right? And not only us, of course, you know, that they're targeting our brothers too, black, so-called black people, right? The Judite brothers, you understand? But they're going majority for our raza, right? For their own reasons, right? Because we're the most vulnerable. You know, we don't have papers. You understand? So it's easier. But my point is this: they're upset, I believe, because, you know, this is giving us hope. This is like an event for Latinos. You know, this is like an event for Latinos, and they're like, "What? Hell nah. You know, we're trying to put y'all in concentration camps. You know, we're trying to hurt y'all, and y'all are showing this, and it's like it goes against their agenda."
Man, and just imagine this, Oscar Ward. Imagine imagine you have 100,000 Latinos not celebrating Christmas, not celebrating Thanksgiving, not going to church, not going to Catholic church, Christian church. You got 1,000 Latinos that say, you know what? We ain't gonna wear this cross no more. We're gonna take this shit off. And we ain't having the white Jesus no more. Now they're really in trouble once that happens. If you in LA, you know what? We ain't going to no more Dodger games. We ain't going to no more Laker games. You know what I mean? That's the rebellion right there. That's gonna make this place shake. You know, right? And, like, you know, like I said, what Bad Bunny did, it's small. You know what I'm saying? But let it get there. Let it get to the point where you got a bunch of Latinos that are saying, you know what, you got this Christmas coming up. We gonna cancel that shit, bro. We ain't doing that. You know, I'm right. That's gonna be the move that's gonna get them thinking like, oh man, like these they ain't playing no more. You know, but go ahead, Slocky.
No, I'm about to say, imagine that we stepped away from sports and entertainment, period.
Right.
They goddamn this whole goddamn nation to fall. If we stopped playing baseball, football, soccer, and we just stepped away from sports and entertainment, period, they gonna be on top of their head. They ain't gonna know what to do. Right. And they know they make their money off of us, like the strippers say. They make merchandise out of us.
Right.
You know, you got it.
Sorry. I was gonna say this last thing. Just the church alone. If you had 100,000 blacks and Latinos that stopped going to church, that would make a real big move right there. You know, they decided not to go to church no more. Churches started closing down. You know, and then, like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like that'll really shake the U.S. It's like
right. It wouldn't be no lock the door. It'd be open the door. Then it wouldn't be no lock the door.
Like,
right. So like, if I could, right? So when in response, right, to what she's saying, the reactions and everything, right? She was, as you saw, a lot of people commenting were bigging up the Turning Point America halftime show, whatever that's called, right? I wanted to see a comparison between the two, so I came across this clip real quick. I'm gonna play this and let's see what we notice.
Muchas novias, hoy tengo una, mañana otra, pero no hay boda. Titi me preguntó si tengo muchas novias. Ladies
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All-American Halftime Show. Let's get to it. This is Real American.
Muchas novias, tengo a una, mañana otra. Ey, me la voy a llevar a todas pa' un VIP, ey. Saludan a Titi, vamos a tirar un selfie. 6 chis, que sonrían la... Un VIP, ey. Saludan a Titi,
Hey, Malakma.
Concert.
Like, if I could, like, come on, man. They wasn't saying nothing about Bad Bunny before the Super Bowl. I didn't see no Edomites complaining about Bad Bunny. As far as I know, white people love Bad Bunny. But who the hell is that on the bottom? I never heard them before. I never heard them on the radio, and they don't have no buzz.
Right.
What the hell? Like, what's the problem? Bad Bunny, everybody loves Bad Bunny. You know why? Because he makes better music. That's just what it is.
Right.
He's just a better artist. He has more fans. And he said this is real American.
Hey, DJ Quick said it best. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense.
So like, if I could, right? He said real American music, right? With a white man in the background with dreadlocks on.
Hey, culture vultures. I mean,
right.
damn.
That's as real American as it gets, man.
And once again, rock and roll is not a white culture. They stole that from our Judite brothers, man.
And you see, like the way their setup is, it looks like a WWE.
Right. It just looks so bland. There's like no life to it, you know. Like, I'm looking at the comparison, and even that little bit that they show with Bad Bunny seemed more alive than that whatever that was at the Turning Point halftime show, you know.
But so what they're saying too is like, so a lot of them were saying they don't want Bad Bunny performing because he dresses like a woman. That's what they were saying, like the Trump supporters. Right. You know, that he dresses like a woman, and they need men. You know, they want a man performing, or an American performing, whatever.
Hey, so
that's what they used. They used these cats right here. So in their eyes, that's what a man is, right? The rock and roll guitar, and you know, to them that's masculine men. Not knowing, like, those cats are more than likely pedophiles. Like, those cats right there are SA children.
I got you, sir.
So those cats, that's the American masculine men, but at the same time, those are the same cats that are on the Epstein files. Those are the same cats that are essaying children, eating children, you know.
Right.
And you're going to take a look at all those Epstein files, and you're going to see how the American men are, how white men are.
Right.
You know, and they were talking about eating kids. Salaki. You know, eating kids, drinking blood, you know, essaying little women, little girls and little boys, you know. Like, come on, man.
Like what you just said was heavy, because they want you to look like a man, but still they want to be homosexuals with that same man that look like a man.
Right.
They want you to look tough and still want to. They still want to sleep with the same man. He look tough. I want that masculine man over me. That's because you're a homosexual. You talk about, he looked like a man, and then you turn around and want the same man. That's because you're a homosexual. You've always been homosexuals. You've been homosexual since the Roman days.
Right.
You got it.
So, like, yeah, I'm gonna pull the scripture out real quick just to address this, right? Because we're touching on to the next part, right? This is John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. So earlier, sir, we were talking about the Uncle Toms, right? Like Mario Lopez, Fluffy, and all of them, and how they, you know, they came against their own people, put down, you know, basically try to put down our own and come against our own, because that's what this oppressor wants to do. So to them, the oppressor, America, the white man, is their father, the devil. and he's doing their lust, right? It says he was a murderer from the beginning, and a bow not in the truth, because there's no truth in him. Megyn Kelly just, up there like there's no truth in that Edomite. Ain't no truth in any of what she's saying, right? When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. She gonna put all this, saying that speaking Spanish is a middle finger to America, and football is theirs and whatnot. We just showed how rock and roll is not white. Football only became more more of a phenomenon once they started putting in black players. As a matter of fact, I saw this picture. Look, this is one of the players. I mean, look at this player out there that played for the NFL. Football is not just white, not just English speaking only, and that's really what they want to say. They want it to be white. Of course, they said they're the kings of being passive aggressive, so they don't want to flat out say it, but that's what they want. I saw this. I mean, I don't know for brothers who follow football or know who this brother is, but look at this. So you went and insulted his people when you made them comments about speaking Spanish. Elijah Arroyo. Like you got Mexicans and black people in your league that make you the money, that make your game exciting, that do all these things, and the thank you say is that it's yours, not theirs, right? Try to claim that as for everybody that Latinos are a small minority, man. Well, that small minority generates a lot of money for you, but you cannot afford that small minority, as you say, to have self-esteem. And that's really what it is, But back to this is Kid Rock's, commentary to Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. I know you didn't see all of it, but you saw some clips.
Like most people, I didn't understand any of it. I mean, I saw there's a lot of dancers and a lot of big to-do stuff. And, he said he wanted to have a dance party. It looked like he had one. Not my cup of tea, but I don't fault that kid for, doing the Super Bowl, getting in front of a global audience. I fault the NFL for putting him in that position, and Turning Point for having to come out and have an alternative for people to watch. It's just poor kid.
What'd you think of Bad Bunny?
So he's the alternative for he blames the NFL for having the alternative. That's the alternative, right? To Bad Bunny. Let me show you more of that alternative. And if any brother want to chime in, go ahead.
I want to say what's crazy is they mad about him doing the halftime show, but they not mad at our people that's playing the goddamn game. You ain't got no problem with that. As long as we out there running up and down the goddamn field getting y'all paid. But y'all mad at him for performing at the halftime show. And they so much of a the YT man so much of a homosexual. Even your women dress like you, because you want your woman to be a man too. That's why they rule over them.
Right.
Because that woman that was just up there talking looked like a goddamn man with some goddamn makeup on.
Right. Trip out on this, right? This is the alternative we're talking about, sir. Salakia.
Backlash after being announced as the headliner for Turning Point USA's alternate Super Bowl halftime show. The conservative group revealed it will host its own all-American halftime show for viewers skipping Bad Bunny's official performance on February 8th. The lineup includes Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Brice, and...
So real quick, right? I had to stop it. This is the all-American alternative. Now, I'm sure y'all see a common denominator in this, lineup. All white. They're all white.
Gabby Barrett. Fans online are calling the lineup disappointing, with many mocking that it's just Kid Rock and 3 people no one has heard of. The real anger, however, is over a resurfaced lyric. Social media users clocked Kid Rock's 1997 song, Cool Daddy Cool, which features the disturbing lines, "Young ladies, I like 'em underage." Some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. The track was later featured in Kid's movie Osmosis Jones, making it even more uncomfortable in hindsight. Critics are now flooding the comments, asking if he'll be performing his underage anthem for the crowd. Despite the backlash, Kid Rock still mocked Bad Bunny, saying the official show would be a dance party with him in a dress and singing in Spanish, before insisting his concert is for folks who love America.
That's wild. And what's crazy is, you see that cross on his neck? You saw that cross on his neck?
God.
And like you said earlier, what it say? Oh, John 3:16. For God so loved everybody.
Right.
That's how you know they full of shit.
Right.
The goddamn cross he got on his neck is the same goddamn cross they was unaliving our people from. The same goddamn cross. Burning crosses in the goddamn yard, never goddamn thing. And it's the ones you want to follow, and we so gullible, we like, let's forgive everybody, let's love everybody. They still never loved us to this day. They still show you their hatred to this day. They don't give a damn about so-called Black, Latinos, Native Americans. They showing you this every goddamn day. That's why you got this controversy going over about the goddamn Super Bowl halftime show. Because they still showing you they don't give a damn about you. And you going to go right to church on Sunday with the same goddamn people. Talking about let's love everybody. When in they goddamn heart, they don't give a damn about you. They hate you. You got it.
You know, and you know how he said that he like he in one of his lyrics it says that he likes underage girls. Right. Well, that's American culture right there. That's the American culture that you was talking about.
Right, sir.
And when you said we need the American culture,
right?
You know, we need everything American. That's what she's talking about. Kid Rock is a perfect example of American culture. So they were right by putting him up there. You know,
here's more of it, sir. But wait, there's more.
Twins. Why is every guy in America waiting for these chicks to turn 18? I mean, you know what I say? There's grass on the field. Play ball.
Damn.
The Olsen twins.
Hey, if I could, like that right there, if you're a Black, Hispanic, North American, Indian man, and you follow Trump, and you follow America, and you with ICE, and listen, that's what you stand for. These people are dogs. They're dogs. You understand? A dog will hump a chair, hump a leg. A dog, these are dogs, man. Why aren't they talking against him? They should be talking against Kid Rock. You understand? Where are the Americans who are gonna say, hell no, we not gonna have him because what? He likes having sex with younger girls. He's a pedophile. Hell nah. Nah, they're gonna make up some bullshit reason. You understand? To not have Bad Bunny perform or complain about him speaking Spanish. What the fuck? Who gives a shit if he speaks Spanish, nigga? Everybody, damn near every restaurant you go to speaks Spanish.
Right.
The tacos you eat are Spanish.
Why aren't tacos? If I was you and you his friend, you should keep your daughters away from him.
Exactly.
Right. That is disgusting, man. And it's wild. If I could, sir, I'll say this, right? It's amazing how this oppressor tries to pass off like they're about morals and they take the high road. This is their morals right here. This is the All-American Turning Point halftime show alternative to Bad Bunny because Bad Bunny is a bad influence on America, bad influence on the kids. Well, let them listen to Kid Rock then because he's the better alternative, right? Bad Bunny might be suspect in some things, but I don't think there's a lyric. I don't know if anybody knows his music like that. Show me the lyrics of Bad Bunny talking about messing with kids.
All right.
They had Kid Rock openly talk about messing with kids, openly talk about chasing underage girls. They put that in that movie. I remember that song in Osmosis Jones, and that's crazy. Like, what is it? I was today's years old when I found out that that's really what it meant. And that's crazy that they blatantly put it out there because that's what they're really about. They're, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. He's the predator. He's the threat to children. He's the threat to safety and to women, right? It's him, but he needs to point the finger at someone else so no one dares suspect him. This is why you're the devil the Bible speaks of. Go ahead.
Right. All right. Sidebar real quick too, just on another note, you had the RFK, Robert F. Kennedy. You were just saying that he should sniff coke on toilets.
Imagine that, man.
You know, but that's going back to that's the whole American culture right there.
Right.
They, like what you were saying, they make it seem like they have morals and standards, and they make it seem like we don't have any morals or standards and we're just like disgusting people. When you got this cat Robert F. Kennedy saying that he was sniffing coke off of toilets, like that's like you gotta just imagine that, even though it's hard to imagine, that's like a real junkie right there. Like to be sitting by that toilet, put it on the I guess the toilet seat and be sniffing coke off the damn toilet seat.
I got you,
you
sir.
know. And this cat right here is he's a United States Secretary of Health and Human Services, right? And he sniffs coke off of toilet seats, or used to sniff coke off of toilet seats.
Come on, sir.
Go ahead. You can play. Go ahead.
I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats. If I don't treat it, which means going to meetings every day, it's just bad for my life.
Can you pause real quick? But that cat looked like he sniffed coke off of toilet seats. That cat right there looked like he, insane children, drug addict, all of that, everything in the book. He looked like I wouldn't be surprised he's on the Epstein Islands. He has to be on the Epstein Islands, on the Epstein files, Right. But these are the people that say that they're, highest standard morals and, make it seem like they're civil.
Right.
And we're the ones that are the problem. We're the illegal immigrants that are coming to the country. We're cartels, we're unalive, all these people kidnapping people, spreading the drugs everywhere. And he's the one that's doing that. They say we're doing it, and cats like this in a business suit and a tie in the government are the ones that are really doing this.
Right.
But go ahead, Slagia.
I'll say, sir, you gotta wonder why the drug market exists. In the first place. It's like, sir, Officer Matabar.
No, you got it. I was about to say, God damn, this thing in the bathroom putting coke on the toilet seat, sniffing it up. Something wrong.
Right.
Something truly wrong with your brain.
Good night, man.
And their problem with us is like, they're putting fentanyl on all the drugs. That's why they're bad. Because now they ain't getting that pure cocaine no more. Now they're at risk of getting an overdose.
Right.
He want to sniff cocaine on that toilet seat without the worry of getting an overdose.
Right.
Or it being laced with fentanyl.
Right. How you sit down and take a shit and then sniff coke off the same seat?
Good night, man.
God damn. That's wild.
That's wild.
He sniffing coke off the toilet seat. Something's wrong with you, man.
Right. The cons.
And he admitted it on tape. Like, I sniffed coke off toilet seats. How many people you let use your bathroom? Took a shit, took a piss, whatever. Esau is the goddamn beast of the field.
Right, sir.
You know what I'm saying? What did it say? What the scripture say? The most what? The most subtle.
Right. Right. The most subtle beast of the field. A profane fornicator.
Exactly.
Imagine this. He's sniffing coke off the toilet, and then when he walk out that bathroom, he looking at us like, man, these Mexicans right here, man. Mexicans coming over here and they're bringing their drugs over here.
Well, he the one got all the goddamn drugs already.
These Mexicans right here, they ain't got their papers. They're illegal. And at the same time, he ordered wiping his nose. taking the coke off his nose.
Right, he's like,
yeah, that's wild. That's the perfect sound.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's Salaki, yeah. That's just, you know, right? Like that script. Like, it's in 2026. You cannot tell me that the white man, the so-called, right, the European American, this oppressor, the colonizer, whatever you want to call him, is not the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. He is Esau. He's Edom, man. He's that profane fornicator, man. Who in the hell? How are you a government official and you're going to talk about sniffing drugs off the toilet seat? How are you going to talk about you're about morals, but you going to be rapping about, you know, going after underage girls?
Right.
You know? Like,
he has some shit to do about it.
Right, sir.
He has some shit to know about it. So that's why he was slipping off the seat. I got some shit I know.
Right. Oh, man. God damn. God. But it's a lot.
If I can, I was gonna say Kid Rock. If any people friends with Kid Rock, never let your child around him, because he say he playing ball when there's grass on the field.
Right.
Stay the hell away from him. And this the one y'all will have singing for y'all. Talk about some alternative Super Bowl. Come on, man. I mean, he in the crowd. He ain't looking at the women. He looking at the women. Even if he is, he looking at the women thinking, damn, I wonder what your daughter look like. I wonder what your little kid look like. He Kid Rock. So he worried about what the kid look like.
Right. This is his performance.
This is Kid Rock at the very end of Turning Point USA's All-American Halftime Show. And I'm just going to say it. The NFL should be worried, but not for the reasons you think. Hey, it's Billy, and I'll get there. Subscribers to this channel know we do two things really well. First, YouTube live stream. Midway through the program, kind of skipped. And from that point on, there was a painful space between audio and video. Nothing we could do about it. Did that happen here?
Oh, yeah. He felt that lip syncing on his performance. You know?
And then think about this. This is a grown ass man.
Could be true, I guess, but I'm not.
How long you gonna be Kid Rock? Now we know why he called himself Kid Rock, because he wants your kids.
Right, sir. All of them probably are some kind of sexual deviants, man. But like when I saw this, and like I said, man, this is what they want. This is the America Megyn Kelly was talking about. This is the ours. This is the American apple pie she was talking about. That's the audience that you know they want to intend this for, man, and make this for. This is to make America great again, you know, and that's what we need to wake up to and pay attention to. Is that these oppressors really, you know, are getting bolder and bolder and will come out and say, call you a racial slur, let you know where you stand in this place. So it's about time. You sitting there wondering why, after, you know, you thought, you know, racism ended and after the civil rights movement, you know, after Martin Luther King, after Cesar Chavez, you thought, you know, it's all equal and fair. You're in for a rude awakening, right? You got to ask yourself who they want to take their country back from, you know, because that's what they claim, right? They taking their country back. Who took their country from them? And it's ironic that they talk about that, right? Because they took a country from people. They took someone's identity. There's nothing original about them. But yet they want to, you know, act like they are. They want to act like they're God. They want to act like they have the high ground and everything. Like their music is the best. That Turning Point halftime show was garbage, man. Country music is garbage, man. You know, that's sad. I'm probably gonna break people's hearts out there, but hey, man, straight up, that's garbage.
And if I can, why you saying that? Salaki, if I can, why you saying that? They took country music from us and made it garbage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything they steal from our people, it turns into garbage because they garbage.
Concert. You know, Right. And that's the reality of it, man. So I would say this, man, like if you so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American and you're seeing all this, man, that's who you want to go with. That's what you want to go to. You want to go to the potato salad with the raisins in it? Or do you want to go to the carne asada? You want that bland meatloaf with no salt? Or you want the carne asada, the pollo asado, you know what I mean? The fried chicken, right? With the flavoring. You know, Megyn Kelly tried to be slick. I heard what she said, with some fried chicken, right? That's what she said. Meatloaf and some fried chicken, man. The fried chicken, the mac and cheese. Right.
She's going to Popeyes to get that chicken. They ain't cooking that shit at home.
Right.
She going to Popeyes, church, or something like that. She ain't cooking that shit at home.
Even that's too much for her, sir. You know. But you know the mac and cheese, you know the fried bread, all that. You want to go to the bland, you know, like I said, the parsnips and the unseasoned chicken, all that. That's what you rather go for. You think that's better, you know?
Who the hell put raisins in their goddamn mashed potatoes?
Right. I don't know, man. I'd never ever like that.
It reminds me. I don't know what scripture it is, but it reminds me of the scripture where it said when Esau and them got kicked out of the land and they was eating the dirt, eating the worms and everything out of the dirt and shit. That's what they used to. You know.
Right.
They don't know how to cook, none of that shit. They ain't know how to wash themselves. They ain't know how to do nothing.
Right.
But I don't know now person that eat no goddamn mashed potatoes with raisins.
Right, sir. I don't either, man. So like, I'll go with the tortillas, man. I'll stick with the tortillas and all that. So like, yeah. Go ahead. I'll sort of have anything you want to bring out. I mean, I know we almost to the top of the hour.
Nah, no, not much. You know, another thing I want to mention too was the whole thing of the American thing. You know, how they're talking about keeping everything American, but come Cinco de Mayo, you know, they want to wear the sombreros. They want to make everything, you know, everything Hispanic, everything Mexican. You know, so just, you know, they want to what do you call it? They want to celebrate our culture when it's convenient. Or take on our culture when it's convenient.
Yeah, that's what they want to take our culture. They want to get us out of the picture. That's what it is. They want to replace us. You know, and they know that the only way to do that is to get us to feel ashamed of it so that we don't care when they take it from us. That's what I see is what it is.
And you know how fake they are? Because like I told y'all before, my whole block is full of Latinos. All these Mexican restaurants up here and everything. You know who be in there first?
Concert.
Esau in there.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Esau in there eating all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then turn around and want to have hatred towards my brothers and sisters. Right. They're a bunch of goddamn hypocrites. That's what they is.
Oh God.
Slakia, real quick, if I could, Matabar, with Sarad, he was Zebulon, wasn't he?
Yeah, Khan.
He was Zebulon. Was he like do you know like if he was like Salvadoran, Guatemalan, Hondureño?
I think he came from what you say at first? Well,
Salvadorian.
he lived out here with me. So I don't know actually where his family come from because I knew him since 2001. So I knew him when we was in the world and everything. But I think he was from, what you just said?
Salvadoran, from El Salvador.
I think he was Salvadoran. Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, we grew up together. Shit, I knew him since 2001. I always knew him from being from here. Now his family came from over there, but he grew up here.
That's the brother right here. We got a picture of y'all right here on the.
Yeah.
We probably zoom in real quick.
Trying to zoom in.
The brother on the far left, that's Officer Sarad.
Yeah, with the green.
The green, that's Officer Sarad. You know, he was from the tribe of Zebulon.
Both of them. Yes. If I could, real quick, definitely want to shout out, Officer Karab and Officer Zarad, both mighty men that were truly one West to the death, man. You know, these brothers were one West to the death, man. And you know, I'm still shocked, you know, learning about, you know, Officer Karab, you know, just that was a highly spirited brother, man. You know, he lit the, you know, he left the impact on this nation, on this school, man. Everybody, you know, like everybody knew about him, you know.
Yeah, personally, you know, I roll with him and everything. You know, like I had, if I can, you know, I had texted General, told him, you know, I talked to him like 2 weeks before, like 2 months before he passed away and everything. So they holding the funeral out here next Saturday for him. So we all try to get out there and support the brother. You know what I'm saying?
No, most definitely though. I remember seeing Karab when he at the of course the Passover, but I remember him when he came out here. They made a trip, Texas made a trip out here to Cali.
Right.
And I remember like that's my first time actually, you know, interacting with him, chopping it up and talking with him. I'm just like, man, this cat right here, he's like a real Texas cat. You know, the way he talked and everything. I didn't know he was from Louisiana though. Or I think he was from Louisiana. Louisiana. But when he was talking, like, man, this cat really from like he got a real Texas vibe on him. You know, and then, you know, just like it was real good being around him, chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, he definitely had a vibe. You know what I'm saying? That was like, it was definitely something I could never forget being around him. You know what I'm saying? Of course, taking a lot of pictures too, taking a shitload of pictures because I looked on my phone. I got a lot of pictures with this brother.
Right.
You know, and you know what I'm saying? And of course, knowing about, you know, what he was going through, definitely you can't be no excuse. So that brother did it in his condition. Goddamn, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be able to keep up. You know what I'm saying? It's inspiring. That's what it is. It's inspiring, motivating. You know, how that brother held it down, and you would have never known. I for sure never knew it. I never knew what was going on.
Yeah.
You know, just the way he carried himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't show no sadness or depression or anything like, or anger. You know what I'm saying? Brother dabbed me up, hugging me, you know. You know what I'm saying? It was just, like I said, a real brother spirit was up there. And I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And so that, you know, of course, like for me, like my issues I had, man, are very small compared to what you know, what he had. So I just motivates me to be like, man, I got to step up my game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that brother held it down. You build a whole school up.
That shit that hurt my heart, man. Like I said, also in the podcast just came out at Saturday. And we were talking about him and everything. You know, like I've been knowing that brother since 2016, 15, 16. We was going to camp together and everything. So that shit really messed me up.
Come.
And, you know, he was from Louisiana, so the last time I talked to him, we were talking about sports, the Saints, LSU, everything like that. That shit had fucked me up, man.
Salak, sir. You know, and Salak to all you brothers, man, from Texas to Louisiana. You know, like I know that brother was, you know, like I said, he left a heavy impact on this nation, man. And you know, may he rise again. Man, definitely if there's a brother, you know, like earned his spot on that chariot, that's Karab, man. That brother earned that spot on there, man.
Right.
You know, the brother, man, rose a whole zone up, man. And, you know, from the story Cam Yazdak said, man, it just seeing this brother's spirit, you know. And then this brother, you know, Officer Sarad, you know, like another, you know, like spirited brother, man. Like, you know, the few interactions I had with him, you know, like he was ready to do that Hebrew Academy. You know,
yeah.
So
I've been knowing Saraj since 2001. Like we always grew up in the same neighborhood, you know. So that shit, you know, that fucked me up for a long time too. So,
cancer. I mean, both these brothers rise again, man, and you know, see these brothers on them chariots, man, and you know, like seeing that they accomplished, you know, what many brothers talk about, you know. And you know, leave the school, break that oath. These brothers kept their oath to the end, you know, and that's they demand to be commended for that, man, and that's the whole goal right there, man, is to endure until the end, man.
Damn right, endure to the end. The scripture says too, the dead in Christ shall rise first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them brothers, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be the first ones to be risen up. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta endure. We gotta endure to that. We still here. You know,
sir.
we still gotta fight every day. We still gotta fight in battle and endure through this. You know what I'm saying? And keep working. You know, so we can see them brothers again.
Right.
You know, I definitely want to be on the chariots and see them brothers in that new body.
Damn right, sir.
Want to be right there with them. You know what I'm saying? So that means, like, for me, I gotta fight whatever dumb shit I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Whatever problems I think I have, which I know that ain't that big. And start, putting in some more work, and you know what I'm saying, and push this truth more. You know, and I know I gotta do this till them chariots come or until I gotta go.
Like,
damn right.
Me and Sarai stayed across the highway from me all the way up until he passed away. You know, he always stayed in the same neighborhood. You know, he stayed up the highway from me. So shit hit hard. You know what I'm saying? But I know the brother's gonna rise again. Lord will. You know what I'm saying?
If you got any camp speakers of Sarai, you can shoot them to us. We'll play some of his camp speakers up in here.
Yeah, we got them on our channel.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play them speakers there.
Yeah, man. But even with Karab, you know what I'm saying? You know, he's from Louisiana. So, man, it was tight as hell too. I talk to him every other month, you know what I'm saying? But whatever happened to him with his illness, you know, the last time I talked to him, like I said, you know, we talking, like the brother couldn't really finish his sentence. So I finished it for him. You know what I'm saying? But he called at least a week or two before that, and he remembered me. He had a good memory, nigga, because he remembered me. He called me back that next week. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, I'm gonna let her over that shit. Be going whatever.
Okay.
You know, definitely, man. You know, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just gotta make sure, like I said, we just keep doing it, because that's what the brothers would have wanted us to do. The brothers would have wanted us to keep pushing this truth stronger. You know what I'm saying? The brothers would have wanted us to definitely, like, be strong in the school.
Same thing with Sarai, man. You know, that he held it down to the end.
Damn right.
It's like, Malama, we're gonna
close it out. All right, sir. I'm gonna close it out with that brother. Officer Sarad's camp speaking. I found it. I found a video right here. And with that, man, you know, this is another episode of the Inconvenient Truth, man. Lord allow, we'll be back at it again next week. You know, hey, Tawada to Officer Matabar. Hey, Tawada for joining us, sir. You know, I always welcome to hop on with us, man.
I'm right, man. Ain't no sweat.
But with that, man, I want to say, Yahabashim Shabrakata to the Carnales, Yahabashima Latabashim Yahweh to the Mujeres, man. You know, wake up, man. You know, pay attention to what's happening and tune in, man. Subscribe to our channels. We're live on, you know, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter X, man. Subscribe to, you know, Hollywood Israelites on YouTube, The Inconvenient Truth 1969, IS2PK Mexico, IS2PK Louisiana, right? That's your channel, sir? Officer Matabar? You want to plug in your channel?
Yeah, IS2PK Louisiana, you know, TikTok, Facebook, wherever we at, just like every school, man. Y'all should be subscribing to all these channels, man, supporting each other.
Okay. And also with that, man, pay your tithes, pay that Passover fee, man. But with that, man, we'll be back at it again next week, man. Tawada for joining us, sir. Hey, Tawada Officer Laha for joining on hopping on the show, man.
Shalom.
With that, man, we'll be back. We'll be back next week. Hey, orale rasa. Shalom.
language. It took everything from us. Now you Latino. Now you black. They gonna be a crayon color.
That's right. ISUPK.
We want no cowards in our camp, only men, green men, and die. Woo! We want no cowards in our camp, never let that brother fly. Woo! We want no cowards in our camp, only men, green men, and die. Woo!
Satan himself transformed himself into an angel of light. That's what you Christian pastors do. You wicked bastards.
That's
liars.
Right.
Y'all look good on the outside, but inside y'all ain't nothing but ravishing wolves.
That's right.
Well, Christ called y'all. Keep reading.
Therefore, it is no great thing if ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works.
Y'all gonna get yours, you Christian pastors. These false doctrines. Talking about it's okay to eat pork.
Right.
It's okay to eat shrimp.
Right.
That's a sin, according to God. That's a sin. To have these sisters out here on these stripper poles.
Right.
Have our young brothers out here killing each other.
Right.
Selling drugs to each other.
Right.
It's a sin. Christian pastors don't teach that. Christian pastors want your money. That's all they want. Give me Ephesians 5:16. That's right. These doctrines, Islam too. You believe in Islam, you're a damn fool. You want to believe in the Arab. You want to believe in Muhammad. That's his name?
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah, Muhammad. Gay Muhammad.
That's right.
Give me Ephesians 5:16. But yeah, these Christian pastors ain't nothing but lies, man. You ask them what Christ looked like, he gonna tell you it don't matter. Right? It don't matter. How it don't matter what he looked like, and the Bible describes him.
Right.
But instead of having this white man here, this homosexual right here, that's a real home. You know who that is? That image of Jesus Christ. That's a white boy. That white boy right there.
That's right.
His name is Sergio Borgia. The real man. Look him up. He's a homosexual. He's like one of the sons of Pope Alexander. You go look him up. They even got a HBO show about him, Sergio Borgia.
Right.
On HBO. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's him. His homosexual lover painted him as Jesus Christ. Leonardo, whatever his name is. That's him. So his father made his son into Jesus Christ, came over here, raped, robbed, and murdered my people,
right,
to worship this white man. That's not Christ. That is not Christ. This man here is a damn devil, man. Christ was a black man.
That's right.
White woody hair.
Right.
Beard all white. His skin was like brass, like it burned in a furnace.
That's right.
Dark man. Read.
Book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 16. Redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Book Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 6. Let no man deceive you with vain words. For because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. That's right.
Right. Read that again one more time.
Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience.
He got y'all going astray. This is why the wrath of God coming on us.
Right.
These curses. This is why we living like this, because these bastards ain't telling us the truth.
Right.
You thinking you living out good because you got a good job. But you steady smoking cigarettes.
Right.
Oh, man, God bless me. With a cigarette in your mouth?
Right.
No, man, you work hard for what you done. You being a good slave.
Right.
You talking about you got a big house, you got a car with pork on your table. No, man. This is why God's wrath is gonna come on us. God said judgment starts with his house. We his house.
That's
Israel,
right.
we Israelites.
Right.
We're not niggas, we're not spicks. White man put that term on us.
Right.
I'm not no Latino. They gave us them names.
Right.
They took our culture away from us. When they took our language, it took everything from us. Now you Latino, now you black. They gonna be a crayon color.
That's right. That's right.
Facts. How you gonna be a crayon color? How your nationality gonna be a color?
That's right.
No, y'all come from a certain people, man. And those certain people was Israel. They got 12 tribes of Israel. 12 of them. They all scattered all around the world. Most of them are over here on this side of the world, from Brazil all the way up here. I'm from the tribe of Zebulon.
That's right. That's right.
And I know that because Genesis 49 tell me that. Read.
Be not ye therefore partakers with them.
Right. Don't be partakers with these Christian pastors and this fake religion of Christianity. Got our little girls growing up having multiple boyfriends.
Right.
Talking about, oh, I broke up with him, so now I got a new boyfriend. No, now you got a second husband.
Right.
Sex is marriage.
Right.
And we up here, we don't do none of that, man. We ain't about to lay down with no girl, have sex with her, and we don't talk to her no more. When we lay down with that woman, we gonna keep that woman.
That's right.
Until she go whatever she want cheat on you, it's over with. But we don't do none of that. We follow these laws right here. Christian pastor gonna be like, oh, no man can follow those laws. No man can follow the laws. Is it that hard to stop lying? Is it that hard to stop being a murderer?
No.
And these Christian pastors are damn lies. Give me Ephesians 4 and 14. Christianity is a lie. White man is a damn devil, man. All they want to do is keep us under their rulership. Read.
Book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro.
Tossed to and fro. These Christians, these doctors out here toss you. Oh, one day you a Buddhist, the other day you a Muslim.
Right.
You go in the prison system, man. They do, man. You go in the prison system, they got dudes. One day you're a Christian, the next day he got the thing on his head.
Right. Right.
He got the next day he got an unk on him.
Right.
Then he want to be a Buddhist.
Right.
Tossed to and fro with these false doctrines. This Bible teaches us laws and commandments. That's it. We don't got to be out here talking about, oh, I follow religion. No, I follow God's laws.
That's right.
That's my answer.
That's right. That's right.
I don't follow false doctrine of Christianity teaches about this Christmas. Christian pastor can't teach us nothing about Christmas, and nobody can. The Christmas tree, Easter, what else they got?
New Year's. 4th of July.
4th of July.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. They don't celebrate none of the feast days in the Bible. They don't never celebrate the Passover. But we do. We celebrate that Passover. That's coming up.
That's right.
Oh, it's coming up.
That's right. That's right.
April 9th. We all go to New York. We're going to congregate with our brothers. Everybody coming.
That's right.
April 9th.
and carry about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of man, and cunning and craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive.
Right. They deceive us. They deceive us, man, with that doctrine that white man gave them.
Right.
They deceived us. Book of Revelation said the devil deceived the whole world, man.
Right.
The whole world. Like I'm telling you, you can find that white Jesus tattooed on an Arab man in the Middle East.
Right.
Talking about I'm a Christian. That's deceiving, man.
Right.
But we, in this school here, we teach good doctrine. Give me Proverbs chapter 4, verse 2. In this school here, we study and show ourselves approved. Everything we say, we study it because it's true. And in this Bible, we got generals. Oh man, these generals can break down some scriptures and teach you this book from front to back. Got it? Proverbs chapter 4, verse 2. We teach the truth of this Bible. We break down these scriptures. And definitely we tell you that black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man are the real Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 2. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
That's the good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. The law is the good doctrine. The law is the truth. When you hear Christ talking about the truth, it's the law. You gotta follow this law in order to get into the kingdom.
Right.
Christ told a man came up to Christ and said, how do I inherit eternal life? Christ told a man, follow the commandments.
Right.
It's simple. And that's what we do in this school here. We teach brothers how to follow these commandments like men. That's what we do, man.
That's right.
We teach against Christianity to fish the brothers out of that religion. We teach them in this Bible that eating pork is wrong.
Right.
But some brothers can't give it up, man. That pork is a real drug. That pork is something serious, man. Look at that bacon. That bacon is serious.
Or disease.
No. They call that. They call that. Give me Proverbs 6:25. We teach good doctrine, though. We teach the law. That's what we do. We gonna continue teaching this law and waking our brothers up and let them know who you are, your nationality, where you come from. You know, this is what we do, man. Black and Hispanic, we brothers, man.
That's right.
We're separated by this white man.
That's right.
We brother, we the same. Our language, you hear brother talking in Spanish, they slanged out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The way we dress, everything. Read.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 25. Lust not after her beauty in thine heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids.
6:23.
Verse 6 and 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
Right. The commandment is a lamp. Read that again.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light.
Right. The commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. Meaning, you follow these laws, you walking in light. You walking in peace. You don't gotta worry about the principles of this world.
Right.
You don't gotta worry about, oh, Christmas coming up, I gotta spend my last on a present.
Right.
And if you don't get no Christmas present, you a bad day.
Right.
Oh, you didn't buy the kids no presents for Christmas. You know what I mean? You gotta buy. You don't buy that present, you being looked down on.
Right.
But this law, the truth, separate us from that.
Right.
Separate. What's the word separate in the Bible mean?
Holy.
Holy. In Hebrew, it's kodesh. Be holy.
Right.
You ask the pastor, what's holy mean? it's singing and dancing
Right.
in church.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. 1 John 4:1, test the spirit. Test them. Ask them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you come up and ask us, ask them. Same question you ask us, go ask them, see what they're going to say. They ain't going to bring you to no, they ain't going to take you to no verse, no nothing. They're just going to tell you what on their own understanding. They don't have answers according to this Bible.
Right.
Keep reading.
And reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
Right. You got see this Bible. You gotta be trained again to learn the Bible again.
Right.
Like Captain told you, you gotta get Christianity out your mind.
Right.
You have to. Christianity is like witchcraft. You know, it's Christianity. What can I say of Christianity like compared to
voodoo?
Voodoo. And I know you're thinking hard about it because grandma in the church.
Right.
Grandma following this religion. And I feel bad for grandma. I feel bad for my mother too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My mama got that white Jesus everywhere around the house. And I gotta walk in there and be like,
the same thing. I'm like, some things you be saying don't sound right.
It don't sound right, man.
You trying to put it in my head, it don't sound right.
Right now, we're writing the ages, ain't right now.
It don't sound right, man. Something ain't right, man.
What holding me? She tell me something else like that.
They don't mean it, man.
Don't mean that. They don't mean that.
They don't mean that. Give me a book of 2 Timothy 4:3. Yeah, that don't mean that. Christianity, it's been embedded in our minds, man. Through what? Through slavery. 400 years, a long time. 400 years? Man, 5 years, a long time.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Read.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 3. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine.
It's time to stop. They're not enduring sound doctrine these days, man. They just want to hear what feels good to them. What sounds good to them. Oh, I could love God and still smoke my weed.
Right.
How that go? How you gonna say you love God, you pray to God, and you smoking weed? That don't make no sense. Selling drugs to your people and still saying you love God? No, indeed, you can't do that.
That's right.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you are a black man like me. And it works out.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how did you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell?